And look at Jim, don't look at me.
Now, a number of people, especially on Y Services Board of Directors, by the way, Y Services is the organization that we founded, Andy Courtney and I, after we retired. We retired from Woodlands in 1991, and having started Wise in '73. And we thought that this would be a very important thing to do because people used to come and visit us at Woodlands from all over the country. I said, how do you do this? This is so great for kids to have a transition from high school to the world of work and college and military service and Peace Corps and pregnancy and everything. And we said, well, come and follow us. We're busy doing it. We can't tell you, just watch. And when we retired, it occurred to my wife, who wanted to make sure that I was gainfully engaged, not employed, but engaged, because she always said she married me for better or for worse, but not for lunch. She works at home, and so she wanted me out of her hair. She said, why don't you go out and get in touch with all those people who said, how do you do this, and show them, because now you have time. You have a number of colleagues who graduated or retired with you, and it might be fun. And before I knew what happened, we were incorporated as a not-for-profit 501c3 organization, and we had 3 or 4 schools that asked us to come and help them do the program. So it started off, and it sort of had a life of its own. A couple of years later, we had 5 or 8 schools, then 15, 18 schools. Now we have 70 schools, 7-0, all over the country, ranging from an Indian reservation school on the Cheyenne River, Lakota Sioux Reservation in South Dakota, to Midwood High School in Brooklyn, to small rural schools and suburban schools of all types. Now, people said to me, why do you want to do a celebration at this time in our history? After all, the economy is in the toilet. People are not quite jumping off buildings, but thinking about it at least. And you, in your contrariness, decide to celebrate and then have a fundraiser in the dead of winter on a Thursday night at the end of January. My response was very quick, and I think within 10 minutes the Board of Education was enthusiastically, not the Board of Education, the WISE Board, was enthusiastically supportive. I said, what other time can you think of when a WISE project would be more important for high school kids of all ability levels? Kids going to college, kids never thinking about going to college, but possibly with a project having an opening, having an opportunity to find their passion, practice it in the real world, and make connections that may help them to go to school, to get a summer job, to get placement afterwards. In fact, the person we're honoring at this event, Ralph Asami, in Mary Ann's class of 1978, hi, all 78 graduates from Woodlands, Ralph Asami was a perfect poster child for the program. He went to Woodlands. He wasn't sure about going to college. The only thing he was interested in was weather. And he wasn't all that sure about doing a WISE project at all. When we said to him, you can get credit for going and working, possibly, if you like it, at the local weather station at Westchester County Airport, which is a very small mom-and-pop operation at the time. His eyes got big as saucers, and he said, I can do that, and I can get credit too? We said, absolutely. All you have to do is keep a journal and so on and so on and so on. Well, to summarize it, he had a summer job for 4 years. They hired him out of school in meteorology, and now he is the chairman of the board of Universal Weather and Aviation, which is in 52 countries all over the world and employs 1,300 people. Pretty good, I think.